community has rebuilt this grandstand. They came together in a phenomenal way. It was a statewide effort as well. I'm going to bring Paul Bloom in on this. And the effort to rebuild this grandstand, because what this field means to the community, was really incredible. And so you had a chance to really dive into that.
I did. It's an incredible story. Hundreds of donors came forward to help. At the top of the list, the Minnesota Twins, but even small donors, $10, hundreds and hundreds of donations poured in. You know, so many memories, so much history was lost in that blaze, but too many people here in Waseca care about the national pastime. They love baseball, and they rebuilt.
I felt like a punch in the gut. You didn't know what was going on. Just disbelief. Couldn't believe that was actually happening.
Veteran Waseca Braves player Kelvin Nelson insists he will never ever forget the images, racing to the historic ballpark and then watching old Tink Larson Field go up in flames. He found it all the more upsetting when he learned it was arson.
What makes somebody want to do that? Whether it's an accident or not, it's still just frustrating, because this is second home in the summer. You spend a lot of time here.
3 years later, the case now classified as inactive by investigators who told me they followed up every single lead. All of them dead ends.
I remember standing there watching it burn.
Joan Mooney is the executive director of the Waseca County Historical Society, where archives capture baseball at the heart of this community for well over 100 years. Including some of the earliest documentation of an integrated team playing for the local mill as far back as the early 1900s. So it was no wonder Waseca quickly rebuilt Tink Larson Field.
It's a new story. It's a new story.
And while a lot of history was lost in that fire, the new stadium is absolutely gorgeous. Those who helped with financial contributions for the grandstand are honored on a temporary display inside the stadium, with plans for a more permanent thank you in the works. The Braves and the other local teams who call the stadium home still breaking in their new digs that include state-of-the-art construction and modern amenities. The hope going forward is that the new Tink Larson Field continues to make memories for the boys of summer for generations to come.
I just think baseball is just probably the most American thing you can do in the summer months, and to have a town field is really important. It's so simple.
And that entire rebuild cost $1.9 million, but it is fully paid off after all of those donations poured in. And, you know, Kelsey, I spoke to investigators today about that arson, and it does remain unsolved. But even to this point, they don't know if it was maliciously set, maybe more of a negligent or even an accidental type fire underneath and maybe a clubhouse or something. They just don't know, but they wanted us, with all the attention we are giving the ballpark today, to just remind viewers out there that if they do have some information, they would like to know what happened that night.
It would be nice to know.